Hello everyone, welcomes to the top world. We have some exciting news to share with you all in today's video. Today we are going to discuss about first glance of Heartland season. Do watch this video till the end to know everything. Production on season 16 of Heartland is underway in Alberta. Exclusive first photos from the upcoming season of the longest-running hour-long drama in Canadian television history. The new season will feature 15 episodes, up from last season's 10, and will find the Bartlett-Fleming family coming together like never before to face their fears and the next chapter in their lives. For Amy, it means taking off the blinders and looking at her life with renewed hope and focus, notes the synopsis. She will be resistant to horses who need her help, but she will also open herself up to the possibility of new friendships and maybe even romance. Meanwhile, Amy's daughter Lindy, played by Ruby and Emanuela Spencer, will follow in her mother's footsteps, and her talent on horses will begin to develop as the season progresses. Amy, Amber Marshall, and Jack, Sean Johnston, drive cattle. Amy, played by Amber Marshall, to the rescue. Lindy, Ruby and Emanuela Spencer, following in her mother's footsteps. Lindy, Ruby and Emanuela Spencer, is celebrating her kindergarten graduation. Mallory, Jessica Amley, and Jake Church, at dinner with the Heartland family. Tim, played by Chris Potter, heads to the big city. Logan, played by Drew Davis, on Heartland Ranch. Amy, played by Amber Marshall, with Finn, played by Robert Cormier. Then there's Jack, Sean Johnston, and Lisa, Jessica Steen, who find themselves living the dreams they've both worked so hard to achieve, while realizing that making those dreams come true has unforeseen consequences. As Lou, Michelle Morgan, and Peter, Gabriel Hogan, recommit as a couple, Katie, Bay McPherson, will struggle to find her place in the world and in her family. The synopsis continues. Tim, Chris Potter, has never been happier in his marriage to Jessica, Michelle Nolden, but a ghost from his past forces him to re-evaluate the mistakes he made years ago and find ways to atone for them. Heartland Season 16 debuts Sunday, October 2nd. It looks like the longest-running hour-long drama in Canadian television history will hold its record, as the next season of Heartland is almost upon us. The new season, Season 16, will bring new challenges and triumphs for the Bartlett-Fleming clan. So I thought it was time to take a deep dive into all the information available about the upcoming season. This post will contain spoilers regarding both the upcoming season and a few tidbits about previous seasons, so read at your leisure. And with that out of the way, here's everything we know about Heartland Season 16. The official premiere date for Heartland Season 16 has been set for Sunday, October 2nd. This means the show will, as usual, occupy the Sunday 7:30 p.m. NT time slot. On October 2nd, Heartland will premiere on CBC as well as the network's CBC Gem streaming service, while international viewers will have to wait a little longer for the new season, as the latest season usually doesn't air outside of Canada until next year, 2023 in this case. While we don't know specifically all of the stories that will be told in Heartland Season 16, CBC has given us a little insight into what the new season will be about through the official synopsis for the upcoming season. Season 16 of Heartland finds Amy, Amber Marshall, and the rest of the family taking bold steps toward their future. For Amy, it means taking off the shutters and looking at her life with renewed hope and focus. She will be challenged by the horses who need her help, but will also open up the possibility of new friendships and maybe even romance. Amy's daughter Lindy, Ruby and Emanuela Spencer, will follow in her mother's footsteps as her talent on horses begins to develop over the course of the season. Jack, Sean Johnston, and Lisa, Jessica Steen, find themselves living the dreams they've both worked so hard to achieve, but they also realize that making dreams come true has unforeseen consequences. Just as Lou, Michelle Morgan, and Peter, Gabriel Morris, recommit as a couple, Katie, Bay McPherson, will struggle to find her place in the world and in her family. Tim, Chris Potter, has never been happier in his marriage to Jessica, Michelle Nolden, but a ghost from his past forces him to re-evaluate the mistakes he made years ago and look for ways to atone for them. In Season 16, the Bartlett-Fleming family will come together more than ever to face their fears and begin the next chapter of their lives. From this we can infer that Amy will move on with her life after losing her husband and make new friendships and maybe even entertain the idea of a new romance. Amber Marshall as Amy and Robert Cormier as Finn in Heartland Season 16. Amy's daughter Lindy takes her first steps towards becoming a horse trainer as talented as her mother. Ruby and Emanuela Spencer as Lindy in Heartland Season 1. Lou and Peter will be more committed than ever, while their daughter Katie will be trying to figure out where she is in terms of her newly reunited family and life in general. Tim and Jessica are about to enjoy newlywed bliss, but an old ghost from Tim's past disturbs their peace and forces Tim to right the wrongs of his past. Could this ghost be Tim's son Shane? We'll have to wait and see. Jack and Lisa will be happier than ever as they pursue their dreams, but as is the way in life, despite their rosy outlook on life, they will have challenges to face. Well, we're in luck this season because instead of the 10 episodes that the last 3 seasons had, we'll have 15 new episodes for Season 16. That's right, Heartland Season 16 will have 15 episodes. I wonder if the fact that Heartland became the 5th most streamed TV show in the US, according to Nielsen, has something to do with it. After all, this is a huge boost to the show and its popularity not only in its home country of Canada, but also in the US and beyond. Heartland Season 16 will see the return of many familiar faces. From Amber Marshall as Amy, Ruby, and Emanuela Spencer as Linda, Sean Johnston as Jack, Jessica Steen as Lisa, Chris Potter as Tim and Michelle Morgan as Lou to Bay McPherson as Katie, Michelle Nolden as Jessica and Gabriel Hogan as Peter. Many of these the regular cast will return in a greater or lesser capacity. All of the cast may not be in every episode of the new season, as they have been for the past few years, but you will definitely see all of these faces in Heartland Season 16 quite a bit. We'll also see Aidan Moreno as Lou's Chief Administrative Officer Rick and Kerry James as Caleb, as both actors have been sharing updates on their social media from the set of the new season. Additionally, Drew Davis will be back as Logan, a troubled teen turned Amy's protege who we met in Episode 3 of Season 15, and Ava Tran will be reprising her role as Parker in Season 16, as well. Drew Davis as Logan in Heartland Season 16. Speaking of cast updates, we know from a photo shared by Lou Fleming herself, Michelle Morgan, that in Season 16 we can also expect to see Yvonne Cermak as Garland Foods owner Fred Garland and Robert Cormier as Finn, the farrier who helped Amy in the Heartland Season 15 Episode 8. And before you ask, no, Lou will not be pregnant in Heartland 16. While Michelle Morgan was pregnant during the filming of the first few episodes of Season 16 and then took a short maternity leave to return to filming a few weeks later, according to Michelle herself, her character Lou is not pregnant in the new season. So, most likely, Michelle's actual pregnancy will be hidden on screen using some of the many solutions the TV industry has developed over the years to hide the pregnancy of actresses. Caitlin Midrak will also return for Season 16 as Lindy's preschool teacher Ms. Clarissa. Thanks to Kate Drummond's Instagram post, we know that Paula and Peyton Westfield, played by Eliana Jones, will also appear during the season. And finally, 2 more familiar faces will return for the upcoming season. We know Jessica Amley and Jake Church will return as Mallory and Jake. Jake Church as Jake, Jessica Amley as Mallory, and Ruby and Emanuela Spencer as Lindy in Heartland Season 16. Mallory and Jake were last seen in Season 10, Episode 13, and Episode 14, when after some trials and tribulations, the two got married in the Heartland barn and headed to Mexico in Jake's cousin's RV. By the looks of it, the two have settled into a happy marriage, so it will be interesting to see what brings Mallory and Jake back to the Heartland. New cast members for Season 16. Although we don't have a ton of information about the new faces coming to Heartland Season 16, we do have a few. First, thanks to Michelle Morgan's Instagram post mentioned earlier, we know that actor Peter Michael Dillon will be a part of Season 16. He's been sharing quite a few posts from the set of the new season on his Instagram, so if I had to guess, the actor might be appearing in more than just one episode. And in Season 16, we will also see several of Lindy's classmates, one of whom will be played by young actor Huxley Fisher, as Lindy's kindergarten graduation will be one of the storylines we will see in the upcoming season. Ruby and Emanuela Spencer as Lindy and Caitlin Midrak as Mrs. Clarissa in Heartland Series 16. I'm especially excited to not only see Amy and Lindy working on the horses together, but I'm curious to see what the celebration is like, which we got some BTS shots of on Michelle and Aidan's Instagram pages. And of course I'd love to see where Amy and Finn's friendship takes them. Episode 8, where Amy and Finn work together, was my favorite from last season, so I'm excited to see more of Finn in Season 16. And as usual, I'll be doing a recap of all the new episodes. So watch out for those Mondays starting October 2nd after every new episode of Heartland Season 16 airs on CBC. Stay connected with us for the latest update. Have a great weekend. See you soon in the next video with a new update. Bye.